So there's this wonderful story that I saw as a trailer for this new film called Sold on hashkifa.com. I'll post a link below. I think it's really worth the watch based on just the trailer that I've seen. Curious to know everybody else's opinion. But it spoke about Rabbi Simon Jacobson in terms of he was part of a panel with one I think it was a conservative rabbi and an Orthodox rabbi, and basically you had a whole crowd of people that weren't affiliated, and the questions that they asked was, what's going to happen to all those that are unaffiliated and don't have any particular connection or knowledge or information, or are not really practicing Yidden at all, but they want to obviously be connected in a certain sense. What's going to happen when Mashiach comes? And it was obviously a very difficult question to answer, and it goes through a lot of detail, and here's not the place because they're trying to keep the video short. But the bottom line was that we can't measure the value of a neshama. We have no idea of measuring it. It may be that the struggles that somebody who's not affiliated at all, just to call themselves Jewish and whatever they're facing because of it, as we know nowadays, might be so much stronger than the struggle that somebody who's from Shem Mitzvah, Shem Shabbos, davens 3 times a day, learns, he's keeps kashrus, lamhadran, and everything. Particularly since, for example, we're accustomed and we're used to that way of life. It's just a way of life. It's not particularly a struggle. It's not even a question, given how easy it is. And so, who are we to measure the value of every neshama based on what they do and don't do? Because we can't particularly know that. And really, it's interesting because taking it back to Shnei Kol Echad Maalas Chaveireinu, again, it's we discussed this in the last in the last recording yesterday or the day before, where we said it's not about loving somebody for the quality that they have, because if you love them because they're Talmud Chacham, then you love Talmud Chacham. It's not Ahavas Yisroel, it's Ahavas Talmud Chacham. If you love them because they're Baal Kishron, then obviously it's a love for their Kishreinus, not for who they are. It's for what they do. But who are they? Who is every person? Every Yid is a Yid, and that's what you should love about them. And it doesn't really matter whether or not they do or they don't do. Obviously, again, there are elements of halachas. When it comes to certain individuals, for example, lahachris, etc. But we're talking about rubber to rubber, they aren't hachris, and it's just they're unfortunately those that are in the category of tinik shenishvu are way more than unfortunately those that aren't. But that's the situation they were put in, and the Rebbeinu Shalom saw it fit to put another Yiddish neshama in that situation because they have something that they need to go through. And so really, when we're thinking of Shnei Kol Echad Maalas Chaveireinu, what is Maalas Chaveireinu? Just being born a Yid? Okay, they didn't choose to be born Jewish, they just are. But obviously not, because that's not it. What is it? Is that this neshama, this Yid, I don't exactly know the mechanics of how neshamas work, and how HaKadosh Baruch Hu decides whether or not a neshama is considered to be a Yiddish neshama to go into Yiddish body, or whether neshama is not particularly affiliated and just has a task and gets put into different situations. That's something else to discuss. But regardless, this particular person, this particular Yid, because we're talking about Ahavas Yisroel, has been given a mission as a Yid to face whatever challenges he needs to face. And for that I can love him. Somebody was given such an important task by the Rebbeinu Shalom. He's here on this world. He or she is here on this world to do something that only they can do. Nobody else can do it. Only they are miyuchad to do whatever it is they need to do. You don't have to know what it is. But Maalas Chaveireinu means that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave this person certain abilities to complete their task. And you're loving them for them being given that mission. And because everybody has a mission here, nobody is here just for fun. If we were, then HaKadosh Baruch Hu has done a pretty poor job of designing this world, although it is enjoyable. But regardless, that's I think another way of understanding Shnei Kol Echad Maalas Chaveireinu, and really something easy to connect to.